And I could have been doing gravity scans all along during that, but I don't know. I got a feeling I'm going to be getting so much science out of this, I'm not that interested in min-maxing the science. Okay, we are now orbiting the sun, and orbiting the sun means an army of science. So, because this is my first, these are my first Kerbals to orbit the sun. So this is going to be a lot. So we're going to do a material study, and we're going to transmit everything that we can. Should actually keep an eye on electricity. Oh, that's not going to be a problem. Is that transmitted? Oh, I got to go out and reset that, of course. And we do a goo. There it goes. That's the Chatterer mod, for those that don't know, that are giving us the 90s dial-up sounds. Why don't we aim our camera here? And we got a temperature scan. Transmit that. We have a pressure scan. We have... Oh, the seismic accelerometer won't work. We have another gravity scan. The one thing I did forget to put on here was a magnetometer. That was just my own foolishness. We have a crew report. And of course, we're going to get out there, do EVA reports. But now that that stuff's transmitted, we can actually log again. Oh, it hasn't gotten to that one yet. Okay. There's a transmission delay happening. Log that one again, and we'll convert that to data. And that data is being stored in the lab. I'm going to keep an eye on how much data we do have stored in the lab. Oh, there's a lot more room. It can hold up to 750 data. There's 267 there now. Another one of these. Make data out of that. Another one of these. Oh, can't be done right now. Of course, that's the seismic scan. Gravity scan. Make some data out of that. All right. Crew report. Crew report, crew report. Why am I suddenly... There it is. Make some data out of that. Notice again, there's no science. I transmitted it all, but the data is still there. Transmitting the science doesn't reduce the amount of data that you collect. And we will... You know what? Let's get our rookie scientist out. Phil K. Phil K is going to go out there. Do a little... Oh, but Phil K, sorry. Phil... Does Phil not have... Okay, it would be very good for Phil to have a an EVA pack. Okay, good. A little worried there. Bill, I'm glad I didn't let go. I just noticed he didn't have an EVA pack. Okay, or she, now that I'm looking here. So we during an EVA report. That we'll collect that. We can't transmit it. I don't have the EVA experiment kit. Okay. I somehow messed up the inventory. Let's do it this way. Okay. Oh, I think I know what happened. I put his... Okay, give that to Bob. There. Everything's good now. Bob can have his parachute back, too. I think that's what I messed up. Okay. That's good now. Okay. EVA... Perform EVA science. Grab that one. There we go, another 50 science. Let's take those and store them into here. And then if I go back to the lab, we can now take those. Where's the review data? Review data. We can transmit those. And transmit that one. Well, there's a real... Oh, it's because that antenna keeps... undeploying and deploying. That's why that's happening. Okay. And now back to Phil for another EVA report, which we'll keep, and another perform the EVA science. And again, it looks like there's no science here, but once I get it in the lab, we'll be able to process that into data. So even though it's 0, we still keep that. Okay, over here, got to reset the goo and reset the... And then I think I'm done. Then it's on to that. Restore the goo. Oops. Observe the goo. And process that goo. Yep. And then we can restore the goo again. And then finally here, materials bay, duct materials bay. Process that. It's all so confusing. And then restore. I don't know if it's that confusing. Sometimes it feels confusing. That's it. Phil's job's done. And by the way, for those people that are new to this, this is all stock, what I call a Beautified Stock series. All the parts are stock parts. I do have both sets of DLC installed, but there's really nothing in here that you can't do in a stock game. Okay, we are almost done here. We have view data. Now we can process that. Wow, I gotta look at this. I actually think I am starting to fill up. This is 310 data. That will just fit. There we go. 400. Oh no. I don't know what kind of. Okay, and then another 100. Oh, it's oh no, it's 20 data. I was looking at how much science I get out of it. Okay, and so now we're creating science at 7.58 science per day. And considering we're gonna be, this is gonna be like a 2-year mission. We're gonna make a lot of science, and we can also level up our crew again. So everybody levels up. We got some level 3s now. I think our main 4 are all now level 3s. Louis a level 2, Bob's a level 3, Phil is now a level 2, and that has jacked up the rate at which we are processing the science as well. Okay, I'm going to keep this up here because you can see it is filling up with science. We have now so far generated 15.7 science, but it can't hold more than 500. So as this gets closer to 500, I will have to transmit it home, but that's okay. So I'm going to do some F. We got 116 days to our burn. So that's our next step. That's our next step. So let's do this. So as I'm doing the time warping, I'm watching my science. And yeah, and then when we get to Eve, there'll be more to do. When we get to Gilly, there'll be more to do. It's gonna be a lot of science. Come on, faster time warping. Gotta make sure not to meet. You know, I should probably set an alarm for that. You know, let's stop. Stop, stop, stop. Alarm. Create an alarm. Because I know me for that maneuver in 83 days. Yep. Give me 5 minutes warning, not 1 minute warning. Just in case while I'm concentrating on this, I don't end up going right by it. Could do a warp to it, I guess, but... Okay. Okay, we are almost at 500 science, so we're going to... Where is it here? Transmit that science home. And the transmitting of the science takes a lot... Oh my gosh, we are... Okay, we'll see. It takes a lot of electricity. But I got a mountain of batteries on this thing, so should be all fine. And then they'll just keep... This will take a little bit. Actually, I can time warp it. And let's just do it this way, get to the maneuver node now. It should... Oh, there it goes. That's all that science. And now we're making more science. And to get an idea of just how much science we're going to get, look at the amount of data. That times 5 is the amount of science. Oh, wow. Pro gamer, 4 a.m. where you are. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we are just about there. Okay, so I'm going to get my alarm first here. And, yeah, let's get rid of this for now, and put this onto the maneuver node. Oh, now that we got ourselves some level 3 pilots, I suddenly can lock to the maneuver node. Awesome. So this is a 429 meter per second correction, but it'll save me a lot at the other end, so I'm more than happy to deal with this. It's going to be a 2.5 minute burn, though. Oh, there's a little bit of wonkiness going on down here. Just noticing that. Okay, let's auto strut. Auto strut to the heaviest part. Just auto strut. I find auto strutting to the I'm just going to do a little auto strutting up this to the grandparent part, just because I noticed that it was wobbling. It bugged me. It bugged me that was wobbling, so it's probably not necessary, but I don't like wobble. All right, let's see if that helps with the wobble. Okay, just about ready to go. F5 again because I'm always paranoid. So we are in the middle of course, interplanetary space. Middle of nowhere. And okay, take off the time warp. And 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a go. There we are. The mighty nerve engine. And we're going to watch this from Eve's perspective. Okay, we are on the vessel itself. Where is Eve? Eve, Eve, Eve. There we go. We're getting close to Eve. See, look at that. Look how close we are. So we do want to match this trajectory here as best we can. And we can do a little physics warping. Put our map view back here. A little more physics warping. For those that don't know, hold the Alt key and press period to physics warp. So I'm going now at 3 times speed to get this burn out of the way more quickly. Now, I don't know, maybe we might get some level 4s, I'm not entirely sure, probably not. Okay, slow that down. Watch from here. Here comes our trajectory. Again, I want to get it right in Gilly's plane, so we'll put this on edge like that. It's really what I'm watching. Not bad. That's a little off, but definitely it's going to be a lot easier than it would have been otherwise. Close that. What is our periapsis at? It's at 161, so it's a little high. So we will, but I'll adjust that when we get to Eve. Not going to adjust that now. So let's put this back for the solar panels. Let's see, just bring it down to the horizon. Do a little bit of rolling. Well, thank you, Spooter. Spooter saying that my videos are helpful. I'm glad of that. Putting this kind of horizontally on the screen, and then we'll roll for the solar panels like so. I certainly hope I have this all timed out right. Okay, we're going to get ourselves to Eve now. I'll show you how to use the... One funky thing that can happen is, you see this encounter, let's see if it happens. If I time warp, okay, it doesn't disappear, but sometimes it does. And you got to be a little careful with that, because sometimes it's really easy to blow right past your here, because this disappears. So I'm going to create an alarm for the SOI change. That SOI change is coming up in, shoot, what was it again? 45 days, 4 hours and something. So I'm going to make it a manual alarm. I'm just going to put in 45 days, 4 hours, 0 minutes. It'll stop beforehand. And the reason why, we'll see if it happens here, is I've gotten burned on this one, is I'll start time warping, and then suddenly this maneuver changes. It disappears. This encounter disappears, and this alarm changes along with it if that happens. And I've blown right by encounters. This time it seems to be working okay. So that's good. But something to kind of be aware of. A little bit of a bug. Okay, we are closing in on Eve. Closing in on Eve. I should. How's my science lab doing? Oh, I'm at 500 science. I've been slacking. Should have been watching that. See, 500 science. Let's delete this. Yeah, delete the maneuver. Get rid of that. I'm full up for science, so our scientists are just... As soon as you fill up with science, your scientists just stop working. They don't tell you anything. They don't sit there and say, we need more science, boss. Get rid of this science. No, they just stop. They just stop. Bunch of lazy Kerbals. Okay, 36 minutes to go. Let's get this out of the way. Yep, I missed some of my science. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we are now officially in Eve's SOI, our first Kerbals in another sphere of influence outside of Kerbin. That does give us some experience, so let's again level up the Kerbals. They've gained experience, but nobody's leveled up. That's okay. I didn't expect them to. But that does mean that the whole suite of experiments, so crew report, yep, transmit that. And you know what? Just take that antenna. I don't like... This is why it's taking so long. I have an antenna here that I thought it would use, but it seems to like this one. I think it's faster. So let's just extend that antenna so it's not wasting our time. Okay, crew report. Process that data. Aim our camera here. I always get people too that say, why don't you put this all on action groups, all the science, it'll save you time. And it's like, yeah, because I never think about it. I'm not the smartest bulb, I think, sometimes. And I don't feel like doing it now, so I could do it now, I guess. Okay. Logging, transmitting. Observe the goo. Transmit that. Yep. Get a scientist out to fix that up. Okay. We will log this again. Process that. Log that. Process that. Log this one. Process that. Again, I could be collecting that and storing. Maybe I should do that too. We'll get fill out. Phil's going to do herself an EVA report and the EVA experiment. Eventually, there we go. Same routine as when we exited the SOI. We're going to store these. We'll transmit them and then, whoops, there we go. Store those down. Come on, where's the little store option? There we go. Pop into here. Transmit them. Review the data. Transmit. Transmit this one. I also forgot, the other thing the science lab does, I just noticed it, there is a clean experiment, and what that does is it resets the goo and the materials bay. You know what, I'm not going to do it, because I think it takes longer to do it than to just do it with a Kerbal, so I think I'll just manually do it. Okay, and again, another EVA report that we'll process later, perform EVA science. Is this like Minecraft? I don't know. I don't think it's Minecraft with a lot of physics. Don't mean to scare people with that, I guess. Some people have compared it to Minecraft. I haven't played a lot of Minecraft, mostly because I'm not someone, and I know I'm very different from a lot of people this way, but I really much prefer to have some sort of direction in my game. Some sort of, you know, right now we're doing a Gilly mission, right? I much prefer a mission that, you know, having that kind of objective given to me and then figuring out how to do it rather than making up my own objectives, which I know is completely different from a lot of people. And I'm not... Uh-oh, is our data full? Is that what's going on here? I think our data might be full. I noticed the, where's our M? Oh, no, they're not. We already did that. That's why. But I can still collect that science. Sorry, I already did process that. I'm losing track. I can collect that science. I know I'm being inconsistent whether I'm collecting this or not. And then we got a materials base. Redo that. Conduct that. Conduct. Process that into use. Oh, our lab is full. So what we'll do instead is collect that data. Observe this mystery goo too. And we'll collect that data and then restore it. Reset. So our lab is full. It is full of data, but you can still collect all the experiments and save them to be processed later. There is nothing wrong with that idea. So I'm going to actually store the experiments up here because I've already stored some up here, and that way I know where they all are. And then we'll come this way. And board. Okay. So I'm going to keep a better eye on this because last time my science got full and I neglected. But we still have some experiments here. If I review this data, that one can't be processed because I've already processed it once. But one of these, see, this can still be processed for another 156 data, but it wouldn't have fit. That's why. So we'll just keep that. Same with this one, another 250. Okay. So we'll have to, once our lab's a little more empty, once our scientists have done some work, we'll do that. So can someone tell me if I miss anything, please? Oh, yeah, you go get food there. Okay. Capture time. What is this? Okay, 160. So let's I think just flip around retrograde's probably the simplest thing to do. Bring this down. What? Oh my god, I'm the worst. I think Eve's atmosphere is 90 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to bring it down to 110. I don't know how that strikes people. So we're just going to do a little bit of a burn here. Maybe a little more than a little bit. Maybe radially in is better. That seemed to take a lot. Then again, I got really weak engines. I'm never quite sure sometimes whether radially in is the best way to bring this. It changes from situation to situation. So let's try radially in. Yeah, that's going a lot faster. Okay, radially in is the more efficient way to go. Okay, that's good for me. And what we shall do is add a maneuver here. This is going to be our Eve capture. Now, we're not interested in a low orbit about Eve. So this will be a lot less than what the Delta V map says. Instead, what we're interested in is ultimately a Gilly encounter. So I'm going to put my apoapsis out past Gilly here somewhere. Like so. Somewhere like that. And let's set Gilly as a target. See how close? But this will be... I don't think this will be much of a fix. No. Oh, no. Oh, whoa. I'm glad I checked this. I don't know. Did anybody else catch this? My inclination with Gilly, my relative inclination is 179.5. I am coming around the wrong way. We are coming in like this, and Gilly, and going around in this direction. Gilly is coming around in the other direction. So we are going to need to fix this right now. So we are deleting this node. Okay. Should have done that when I was way out with that correction burn. We're fixing it right now. Just burning radially in. We're going to flip this orbit. That was me. That's on me. Well, it's always on me, isn't it? It's always on me. Spooter's asking about the DLC, thinking about... Whoa. I am not very smart. Radially out. Once the orbit flipped, the radial out and radially in flips, And then all of a sudden I noticed on the Navball it was turning 180 degrees. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept it locked on that. I should have just turned it to stability assist. Of course, I could have done this with a node too. Okay, so now let's get onto what was radially in is now radially out. And let's do this again. Being a little loosey-goosey. Sometimes I like being a little loosey-goosey because things go wrong. That's not always a bad thing. Okay, again, I'm going for 110 here. That's good. And now our relative inclination is 27. Yoich. Okay, because of that flip. Do I want to fix this now? Nah, oh boy. Let's okay, we got to do some experimenting. Now I'm going to actually use some nodes here and actually do some thinking. So, we'll bring down our apoapsis to actually zero this out. I'm trying to decide whether I should fix my inclination now or fix my inclination later. So I'm seeing how much a plane change will cost. Okay, that's pretty close. So that plane change, maneuver number 2, costs 180. That got me a feeling I should fix my inclination now. So I'm going to put a maneuver. I'm going to stop doing this freehand because I think I've been put this really close to me. I need to come this way. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now it's only 25. Okay, that was really dumb. Delete this. Gilly, where are you? Focus view, or no, Gilly's our target. Oh, there's our descending node. Ah, come here. It's slippery. He's slippery. Oh, he won't let me click on him. Why won't you let him? Okay, fine. I'll do it eyeballing. Eyeballing. Be that way. Why won't it let me pick the graphics widget tool? There? Okay, here we go. Now it's letting me get it. Okay. There was a window in the way. Okay, so relative inclination of 0.4. What's our periapsis at? We're going to bring our periapsis inwards. Again, I want about 110. Small an inclination as I can get. I got it around 0.4 before. A little bit out on the radial. Again, I'm aiming for about 110. A little bit like so. A little bit like so. A little bit like so. A little bit out. All right, I'm getting entirely too picky. There we go. That's good. Okay, let's do this burn right now. I don't have to wait for this hour and 15 minutes. There's no... So I got a 21 meter per second burn here to fix this. Yeah, I do like the DLCs. I bought them out of, I felt, some form of obligation. because I bought KSP way back in the alpha days, and it cost me, like, I think I bought it for like $10 or something. So I felt like, you know, I kind of owe them something for the amount I've played this. So there. Okay, that's looking a little better. Now we'll put this capture burn back in. Yeah, this should work. Okay, no Gilly encounter yet. We'll fiddle with this and get a Gilly encounter once we get our capture, but our capture is only 129 meters per second, so that's going to be fine. Alright, again, this way. Let's level this off, get some good solar panel exposure. I'm going to watch the science. Though I'm looking, it's only 3 days to the burn, so... yeah. I'm a big fan of... I'm more of a fan of the Breaking Ground DLC that gives you all the deployable science equipment. Oh no, the Making History too... oh my gosh, that's hard, because the Making History gives you, like, cool things like this little roundy service pod and various other parts. Alright, that should do it. F5. F5. Okay. I'm not gonna be it. Let's do it. Where is Eve, by the way? We are coming in at Eve. It's the sun. It's to the right of the sun. And we're coming in from below. Eve could be lost in the glare here somewhere. There it is. There's Eve. Okay. F5 again. Let's go. Let's go. Get our Eve capture. Of course, there's lots of science down here. Oh my god. Well, we'll come back. We'll be back. We'll be back to low space again. Let's just get her capture. Get her done. Oh, we got lots of freaking... This is something to do with the texture pack I have. This sort of... all these flashes, which look like crazy thunderstorms, but they're not. You get this around Kerbal, though. It's really bad around Eve. Not sure what's going on with that. Hello, is it Juamus guy? I'll go with that. Juamus? James? 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 Sorry. Alright, I should be doing science, but I'm just going to get the capture. We're going to have to probably go around a bit before we get our Gilly encounter anyway. Alright. So coming in on Eve, it looks like the sun might be coming up. I do love the colors there. That looks awesome. And go. We also are going to drop this probe. We'll see how much fun that probe has. Probably drop that probe pretty soon after this, once we're back up at Apoapsis. It's getting a sunrise. Nice. We are now captured about Eve. We have ourselves in orbit. Okay, reducing throttle. Just going by the maneuver node. What's that look like? Nothing super precise about this anyway. You know, we still got to finagle our encounter with Gilly. And Gilly can be a pain. A right pain in the exterior. But let's see while we're still here. Let's do some sciencing. While we're still in low space. So, transmit you. Oh, I don't have a signal. Okay, we'll process you. Shoot. Crew report. Overwrite the crew report. Yeah, we'll do some... yeah. Process that. We are in the shadow, as it were. Aim my camera here. Oh, is there not... close the doors. I opened the doors for some reason. What is going... okay, did I not reset that? I don't think I reset the goo. Or reset the... I can get the words out. Overwrite. I think there's all kinds of stuff we never got. Bob, get out there. Your lackey didn't do a good job last time. That's what happens when you send out a rookie. Where is Phil's... uh-oh, did I lose the EVA? I think a bug might have just eaten my EVA experiment kit. Board again, Bob? I think my EVA experiment kit just got turned into a parachute. There's some funky bug that does that. See, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parachutes and 6 Kerbals. I don't know how that worked out, but I do not see the... okay, forget it. Forget it. Bob, just get out there. No EVA experiment kit. Don't know what happened. Not sure what happened there, but you know what? Get down there, Bob. Show us how it's done while we're still in low space. Okay, restore that. Never restored it. Conduct material study. Okay, process that. Then restore it again. Collect data. Restore. Observe. Process. Gosh dang it. No, collect. Log temperature. Process that. Actually do an EVA report while we're here. EVA report. Grab that. Yeah, I think I did all this and never collected it. That was pretty dumb. Process. Oh, of course it won't fit. That's what happened. I forgot. It will not fit. That's what's going on. That's what messed me up. Collect that data. Restore. Because the science thing is full. Log that. Grab it. Okay. Now I'm on track. Observe goo. Grab it. That's what happened. Collect that. Restore. I'm probably going to miss some stuff, but that's okay. Grab it. Take it. I might not be in low space anymore. Nope, still space near. Grab that. Take it. Okay. Get over here, Bob. Alright. Yeah, I forgot that the lab here doesn't have a lot of data space left. Okay, we can actually probably do some leveling up again. Everybody's got an experience, nobody's leveled up. Okay. Oh, we got our signal. Let's review the data. Let's transmit what we can. So transmit. 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 Don't transmit. Keep that. Keep that. Transmit. Transmit. We'll be back to low space. Keep that. Transmit. 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 Okay. Alright, let's plan. Let's start to begin to plan our Gilly encounter. Now, I'm noticing here I'm half a degree different, so I do want to put a maneuver here and see if we can not make that a 0. There we go. That makes our life easier. Yeah. Don't know why I'm playing 0-0. Okay. That's a 22 meter per second burn coming up in a minute. So we'll flip around. There we go. Always have a space container aboard. That's a good idea just for storing the extra experiments. I'm terrible with that space container thing. I'm not sure what it is about that I have a blind spot for it. I always forget to put that on. But thanks, Robin. But it is a good idea just to have extra spots to put. But, you know, I don't know. I don't want to... I'm not that concerned with maxing out the science because I know I'm just going to have a lot anyway. So... by the time this is all done because of the lab. So I'm sort of lazy about it. Okay, so we got a 7-second burn. So let's just start it now. And go to about half throttle. And this is just matching Gilly's plane completely. Okay. There we go. And now what we want to do, and Gilly can be a pain. You can see these flaky encounter indicators. So what I want to do is I'm going to put a maneuver out here towards our apoapsis. And actually, I know what I'll do. Yeah, and I'm going to put the maneuver about there, just somewhere on this orbit. And then what I'm going to do is just hop ahead in orbit and see if there's an orbit coming up where we get close to an encounter. Like right there's probably pretty good. Now it's worse. So on that next orbit. So on the next orbit, we're going to come around pretty close. And now what I'm going to do is on this orbit, put a maneuver out here towards apoapsis. And see if we cannot... Let's go to the second maneuver. What am I... Oh, am I doing something dumb? No? I think I'm just not... Oh, no, I'm not adding enough to the first... I got the scale way down. There we go. See if I can finagle an encounter. So I'm adjusting... what I'm doing is adjusting the period of my current orbit so that will take a little bit longer to go around. But you can see that that means in that future orbit that I already set up that we're going to be getting an encounter in the future. Come on, encounter in the future. We want it. We want it. We want it. Oh, what are you doing to me? Gilly is such a small target, it's going to be a pain. Sneak to the second one. Oh, here, move this. There we go. It was because that was close to where that was. Let's go back to the first maneuver. Okay, again, we're going to just tweak this. There it is. There's our Gilly encounter. Gilly is a bit of a pain. So just to sort of explain what we're doing, I put this maneuver here, which is further in the future. It's a couple of orbits in the future. I use that to determine when we are going to get close to Gilly. This is when my current apoapsis on this current orbit, I'm pushing up the period of my orbit. It does mean I'm not going to come back to low space anymore, but that's okay. And that adjusts the period so I get my Gilly encounter with a 117 meter per second burn coming up. Should be okay. I think I'm going to go with that. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to focus on Gilly. That's what I wanted to do. See if I can... Oh, we're hitting Gilly. That's good enough. That's good enough. More than good enough for now. I'll go for the hit.